ourselves. And it was just not our standard of best.
And how important is it to come back tomorrow and have a big, good practice?
All the guys understand how important it is. We know that we didn't do our best today, so I'm sure like the spirits are going to be high tomorrow. We're going to have a great scrimmage.
Dwayne, how do you feel like everybody's doing as far as sort of picking up the offense at this point?
Midway through camp, the offense is not the problem. The offense is not the problem. It's just whenever we get into key situations of not making mental errors, the guys get the offense. It's just certain situations, whether we're in the red zone or it's goal line or we're backed up, that the pressure is high and guys bust under the pressure.
What about you personally? How are you sort of fitting in with your role?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm just trying to keep everyone else's spirits high, and because the grind of camp, it even gets to me. It even gets to me. But this coaching staff, Coach Sweeney did a great job putting this coaching staff together, and there's guys on this coaching staff, such as Coach Pierman and Coach Elliott and Coach Hobby, that is not going to allow their guys to have a down day.
How much of a challenge is it in this heat when you're practicing almost midday?
Not a challenge at all. Not a challenge at all. It's hot in Troy. It's hot, I'm sure, in Alabama. It's hot in Florida. The heat is nothing. It's not a factor at all. We don't care what the weather is, where we're playing. We just got to go out there and perform.
You might already address this, Dwayne, but Coach said he wasn't real happy with practice today. What was your take on it out there today?
We have a standard of best, and we did not reach that standard of best today. And it's like I said, when you set your expectations high, you got to stand up tall and reach them, and that's something we didn't do today.
I think that's partially contributed to the heat. It contributes to that.
Nah, the heat is not a factor. The weather does not affect us. It's just pressure situations. Whenever you're backed up, and it's third down and the 9, from the 1 yard line. And they're sending blitzes at you. You're going to have mental bust from whether you're the guard, the center, the tackle, the tight end, wherever. And the same thing on the opposite side. Whenever it's 3rd and 1, and the defense is on their heels. From the 1 yard line, they're going to have certain busts, and we can't have that as a team. The heat, the weather does not affect us. It could be raining, wet ball situations. The running backs, that's not their excuse to fumble the ball.
Who else stood out today, freshman-wise? On the field, who played extremely well.
We had some injuries at the 3-back position, and Eric McLean stepped up for us today and was able to get in there and get some extra reps, and he did well.
Where have you seen a guy like Braden Ford improve over the last year since he's been shifted from wide receiver to tight end?
Blocking and his physicality. He's a guy who came from wide out, like you said, and initially, he was soft.
Yeah.
Just point blank, he was soft. But through the spring and the winter work